What happens when the quietest voice on screen leaves the loudest impact? How do you measure the legacy of a woman who never needed the spotlight to shine? Lynn Hamilton, known to millions as the calm, dignified Donna Harris opposite Redd Foxx's fiery Fred Sanford on Sanford Son, was more than just a supporting character. She was the grounding force, the emotional balance, the soul of every scene she graced. For decades, she carried herself with unmatched poise, challenging stereotypes and elevating the portrayal of black women on television. But now, the world is left in silence after news of her passing, and with it, a deep sense of reflection. What was the cause behind this heartbreaking loss? And how do we honor a woman whose very presence changed the tone of American comedy? As tributes pour in, one thing becomes clear. Lynn Hamilton wasn't just part of the story, she helped rewrite it. Lynn Hamilton, the beloved American actress best known for her iconic roles in Sanford Son and The Waltons, passed away on June 19, 2025, at the age of 95. She died peacefully in Chicago, surrounded by loved ones and caregivers. Her passing marks the end of a powerful era in television history, one in which she broke barriers and brought grace, strength, and quiet dignity to every role she inhabited. Born Alzenia Lynn Hamilton on April 25, 1930 in Yazoo City, Mississippi, she relocated with her family to Chicago Heights, Illinois. At the age of 12, it was there that she discovered her love for acting. She later attended the Goodman School of Drama in Chicago, an experience that shaped her future in the arts. As one of the few black students in her class, Lynn's presence was not only groundbreaking, but also deeply inspiring to others who followed in her footsteps. Her early acting career began on the stage. She performed in community theater productions before landing roles in Broadway shows, including the 1959 production of Only in America. She was also active in the New York Shakespeare Festival, further showcasing her range and talent. These foundational years laid the groundwork for what would become a career spanning over 5 decades. Hamilton made her film debut in John Cassavetes' 1959 independent drama, Shadows, one of the first American films to feature an interracial relationship. She would go on to appear in films like Ladies Sings the Blues, Buck and the Preacher, Brother John, Leadbelly, and Legal Eagles. Though she excelled in cinema, it was television that made her a household name. In 1972, Lynn Hamilton first appeared on the hit sitcom Sanford Son in a small guest role as Fred Sanford's landlady. Her performance was so powerful that she was quickly brought back as a recurring character, this time as Donna Harris, a nurse and Fred's love interest. The chemistry between Hamilton and Redd Foxx was undeniable. Producers and fans alike were drawn to her graceful presence, and Foxx himself once told her, "You're so dignified. I need somebody dignified opposite me." Hamilton's character brought a balance of warmth and strength to the show, and her portrayal of Donna Harris gave representation to professional black women on television at a time when such characters were still rare. She remained a regular on the series until it ended in 1977 and briefly reprised her role in its short-lived revival Sanford in 1981. At the same time, she was appearing in another beloved series, The Waltons. Starting in 1973, she portrayed Verdi Grant Foster, a deeply human character who faced the challenges of racism and personal growth with poise and resilience. In one memorable storyline, Verdi, an adult woman, returns to school to learn how to read, an emotional arc that earned critical praise. Hamilton portrayed Verdi through 1981 and reprised the role in the 1993 reunion special, A Walton Thanksgiving Reunion. Hamilton's television career was broad and impactful. She had roles in numerous shows including Gunsmoke, The Golden Girls, 227, Roots, The Next Generations, Dangerous Women, The Practice, NYPD Blue, and Cold Case. No matter how big or small the role, she brought authenticity and purpose to every character. Off-screen, She remained active in theater and social justice. In 1984, she was honored with an NAACP Image Award for her role in the television series 227. In 2001, she directed the acclaimed stage play, Driving While Black in Beverly Hills, which explored racial profiling in America. She consistently used her platform to address social issues and support Black voices in the arts. Hamilton was married to playwright and poet Frank Jenkins from 1964 until his death in 2014. The couple had a creative and loving partnership, collaborating on various theatrical projects and inspiring one another's work. She often credited him for encouraging her to pursue difficult but meaningful roles. Even in her later years, Lynn Hamilton stayed connected to her fans and community. She participated in interviews and special events, always gracious and wise in her reflections on the industry and her own career. In one interview, she said, "I will not do a part I cannot find virtue in." That quote, now repeated by many, defined not only her artistic choices, but her personal philosophy. Her death brought an outpouring of tributes from fans, co-stars, and cultural commentators who recognize her impact. She was praised not just for her performances, but for her integrity, her courage, and the quiet strength with which she changed the television landscape. She left behind a rich legacy of characters that represented intelligence, kindness, resilience, and grace. Today, Lynn Hamilton is remembered not just as an actress, but as a pioneer, a woman who took on roles that mattered, spoke with conviction, and inspired generations of performers. Her legacy will continue to uplift and empower, ensuring that her voice and the values she stood for live on.